Hey Pisces, I need to share something really interesting with you today. You know how sometimes the universe has this way of showing people exactly what they need to see, even when they were not looking for it? Well, that is what is happening right now with someone in your energy field. And the cards are showing me something absolutely fascinating about karma and how it works in real time. So here is what I am picking up on. There is someone who has been in your orbit, someone who thought they had you all figured out. They thought they knew your story, they thought they understood your path, and honestly, they probably thought they still had some kind of claim or connection to your energy. And you know what they did? They actually went to get a reading about you. Yes, they paid someone to look into your future, to see what you are up to check on your energy. Can you imagine being so invested in someone else's life that you need a tarot reader to tell you what is happening with them? But here is where it gets really interesting. The reading they got was not what they expected at all. Not even close. They walked into that session probably expecting to hear that you are struggling, that you are missing them, that you are still stuck in the past or caught up in what happened between you two. Instead, they got hit with the truth that new love is coming into your life. Real, genuine, beautiful love. The kind of love that is going to make everything they put you through look like a bad chapter in a book you have already finished reading. The energy I am getting is that they left that reading absolutely furious. Not just upset, but deeply, profoundly jealous. Because suddenly it became real for them. Suddenly they realized that you are not sitting around waiting, you are not pining, you are not stuck. You are moving forward and someone amazing is about to step into your world, and they cannot stand it. What we are looking at today is a really powerful story about karma, about divine timing, and about how the universe protects people who have been through difficult situations. The cards are showing me that this person who went digging into your energy, who could not leave well enough alone, just got served a huge dose of reality. And honestly, it could not have happened to someone more deserving. I want to walk you through what the cards are revealing because there is so much depth here, so much nuance about what has been happening behind the scenes and what is coming for you. This is one of those readings where every card just confirms what the universe has been orchestrating, and I think you are going to feel really validated by what comes through. Let me start by pulling the first card, and already I can feel the energy shifting. This is about truth coming to light, about people getting exactly what they put out into the world, and about you finally being free to receive the love you have always deserved. So the first card that comes out is the Knight of Pentacles, and oh my goodness, this is telling me so much about the new person who is entering your life. When I see this card in a reading about incoming love, it is always such a good sign, because this is not someone who is going to play games with you. This is not someone who is going to waste your time or keep you guessing about their intentions. The Knight of Pentacles represents someone who is steady, reliable, and incredibly grounded. This is a person who knows what they want, and more importantly, they know how to build something real. They are not interested in drama or chaos or emotional roller coasters. They have been working on themselves, they have been getting their life together, and they are coming to you as someone who is genuinely ready for a committed, mature relationship. What I love about this card showing up first is that it is such a stark contrast to whatever you have been dealing with in the past. The person who went to get that reading about you, they probably represent everything this Knight of Pentacles is not. They were probably unpredictable, maybe unreliable, possibly someone who could not commit or follow through on their promises. They might have been all talk and no action, or someone who kept you in this constant state of uncertainty. But this new person coming in, they are the complete opposite. When the Knight of Pentacles shows up, we are talking about someone who does what they say they are going to do. If they tell you they are going to call, they call. If they make plans with you, they show up. If they say they care about you, they demonstrate it through consistent action over time. This is not someone who is going to love bomb you for 2 weeks and then disappear. This is someone who understands that real love is built slowly, carefully, with intention and dedication. The energy of this card is also telling me that this person is probably quite successful, or at least very focused on building stability in their life. They might be someone who takes their career seriously, who has financial goals, who thinks about the future in practical terms. But do not mistake their practical nature for being boring or unromantic. The Knight of Pentacles knows how to provide, how to create security, how to make someone feel truly taken care of. They show love through actions, through reliability, through being present and consistent. I am also getting that this person has probably been through their own journey. They are not coming to you as someone who has had everything handed to them. They have worked for what they have. They have learned from their mistakes. They have grown and matured. And because of that growth, they understand the value of a good partner. They understand that when you find someone special, you do not take that for granted. Think about how this must have landed when the person from your past heard about this in their reading. They went in probably hoping to hear that you are alone, that you are struggling, that maybe you even miss them. Instead, they got told that someone solid, someone stable, someone who has their life together is about to enter your world. Someone who is going to treat you the way they never did. Someone who is going to appreciate you in ways they never could. The Knight of Pentacles is also showing me that this new connection is going to unfold naturally. It is not going to be forced or rushed. It is going to develop at a pace that feels comfortable and right for both of you. There is going to be a sense of ease to this relationship, a feeling of coming home. You are not going to have to chase this person or wonder where you stand. They are going to be clear, direct, and honest with you from the beginning. What I find really beautiful about this card is that it represents someone who sees your worth. The Knight of Pentacles does not do anything halfway. When they decide they want to build something with someone, they are all in. They are going to show up for you every single day. They are going to be your partner in the truest sense of the word. They are going to support your dreams, celebrate your wins, and stand by you through challenges. This person is also bringing an energy of patience and understanding into your life. If you have been hurt before, if you have walls up, if you need time to trust again, they are going to respect that. They are not going to pressure you or rush you. They understand that real connection takes time to develop, and they are willing to put in that time because they can see the potential of what you two could build together. I am also picking up that this might be someone you meet through work or through some kind of professional setting, or maybe through friends who know you both well. The Knight of Pentacles often shows up in very organic, natural ways. It is not usually a dramatic whirlwind meeting. It is more like you start talking to someone and gradually realize there is something really special there. It is a slow burn that turns into something beautiful and lasting. The cards are showing me that when this person comes into your life, there is going to be this moment where you realize how different healthy love feels. You are going to notice how much easier things are when someone is actually emotionally available and ready for what you want. You are going to see the difference between someone who talks about commitment and someone who actually lives it every day through their choices and actions. And somewhere out there, the person who went to get that reading about you is absolutely seething about all of this. They are realizing that they had someone amazing and they did not appreciate it. They are seeing that you are about to be cherished by someone who actually deserves you. And that knowledge is eating them alive because they know they cannot compete with someone who shows up the way the Knight of Pentacles shows up. The second card coming through is Five of Wands, and this is where we really start to see the chaos and conflict that this person experienced when they got your reading. The Five of Wands represents competition, conflict, and internal struggle. It shows people fighting amongst themselves, unable to find harmony or agreement. And this is exactly what happened in that reading room when the truth came out about your future. When the Five of Wands appears in a reading like this, it is showing me that the person who went to learn about your future walked into that session with certain expectations, and everything they heard just created massive conflict within them. Part of them probably hoped they would hear something that validated their choices or made them feel better about how things ended between you. Instead, they got information that created nothing but internal chaos. I am seeing that during this reading, they got about you. There was probably multiple cards that came out showing positive things for you, showing growth, showing new love, showing abundance. And each card that got revealed just added to their frustration and their inability to accept what was being shown. The Five of Wands energy tells me they probably argued with the reader, questioned the interpretation, maybe even asked them to pull more cards hoping for a different outcome. This card is also showing me that they left that reading feeling like they are in competition with this new person coming into your life. They are comparing themselves, wondering what this new person has that they do not have, questioning how they could be replaced. The Five of Wands brings this combative energy where instead of accepting reality, they want to fight against it. They want to challenge it, dispute it, pretend it is not true. What is really interesting about this card in this position is that it shows their inner turmoil. While you are moving forward peacefully, while you are healing and opening yourself up to new possibilities, they are stuck in this internal battle. They are fighting with themselves about whether they made the right choices. They are struggling with jealousy, with regret, with anger at themselves for not treating you better when they had the chance. The Five of Wands also represents scattered energy and lack of direction. This is showing me that this person is all over the place emotionally right now. They probably cannot focus. They keep obsessing over you and what you are doing. They keep replaying the past in their mind. They are expending so much mental and emotional energy on something they cannot control, on a situation they created through their own actions or inactions. I am also getting that this person might be creating drama in their own life because of this revelation. The Five of Wands can indicate conflict with others, so they might be taking their frustrations out on people around them. They might be picking fights, being irritable, letting their jealousy and anger leak into other relationships. They are basically in chaos mode while you are finding peace. Think about the irony here. They went to get a reading hoping for clarity or maybe hoping to feel better about the situation. Instead, they got information that threw them into complete turmoil. They opened a door they should have left closed, and now they have to deal with the consequences of knowing that you are moving on to something better. The Five of Wands is also telling me that they might try to create some kind of conflict or drama around you or this new person coming in. They might try to reach out, try to interfere, try to make their presence known in some way. But here is what is important for you to understand. Their chaos does not have to become your chaos. Their internal battle does not have to disrupt your peace. You have every right to maintain your boundaries and keep yourself protected from their drama. This card is showing me that while they are struggling and fighting and unable to find peace, you have already moved beyond all of that. You have done your healing work. You have processed what happened. You have released what no longer serves you. You are in a completely different energetic space now, and that is why you are ready to receive the love that is coming to you. The Five of Wands in their energy is also karmic confirmation. They created conflict, they created chaos, and now they are drowning in it. They are reaping exactly what they sowed. They put out confusion and inconsistency and lack of commitment, and now they are receiving confusion and internal conflict and the inability to find peace. The universe has such a perfect way of showing people their own reflection. What I want you to understand about this card is that their struggle is not your responsibility. Their jealousy is not your problem. Their regret is not something you need to manage or soothe. They made choices, and those choices have consequences. One of those consequences is watching you thrive and move forward without them. Another consequence is having to sit with their own feelings about what they lost. The Five of Wands is confirmation that they are not at peace with themselves, they are not at peace with what happened, and they are definitely not at peace with your future. But that is their journey to navigate. Your journey is moving forward into the beautiful love and possibilities that are waiting for you. Now, the third card I am pulling is the High Priestess. And wow, this changes everything about how we understand what happened in that reading. The High Priestess is one of the most mystical and intuitive cards in the entire deck. And when she shows up in a reading like this, it means we are dealing with information that was divinely channeled, deeply accurate, and absolutely undeniable. The High Priestess represents hidden knowledge, spiritual truth, and information that comes from beyond the veil. When this card appears, it is telling me that the reader this person went to was not just making things up or giving generic predictions. They tapped into something real. They accessed genuine spiritual information about your future, and what they revealed was so accurate, so specific, so true, that it could not be dismissed or explained away. This is why the person who got the reading was so shaken. When you hear generic fortune telling, you can brush it off, you can tell yourself it is not real, you can convince yourself it means nothing. But when someone connects with the high priestess energy and channels actual truth, there is a knowing that comes with it. There is a feeling of this is real that you cannot shake. And that is exactly what this person experienced. The high priestess is showing me that the reader probably picked up on very specific details about the new person coming into your life. Maybe they described their personality, their appearance, their energy. Maybe they gave information about how you two would meet or what the connection would feel like. Maybe they revealed timing or circumstances that felt too specific to be coincidence. Whatever was shared, it carried the unmistakable energy of truth. This card is also telling me something really important about you, Pisces. The High Priestess represents your own intuition and spiritual connection. You are someone who has probably always been deeply intuitive, deeply spiritual, deeply connected to energies and vibrations that other people cannot perceive. And the universe protects people like you. The universe guides people like you. The universe ensures that people like you end up exactly where you are supposed to be. The person who went to get this reading probably does not operate on that level. They probably do not trust intuition. They probably do not believe in spiritual guidance. They probably approach life from a much more material, surface level perspective. So when they were confronted with genuine spiritual information through the High Priestess energy, it completely rattled their worldview. They could not explain it, they could not rationalize it, they could not dismiss it. The High Priestess is also revealing to me that you have known on some level that new love was coming. You might not have known the specifics, you might not have known the timing, but somewhere deep in your soul, you have felt that shift happening. You have sensed that you are entering a new chapter. You have intuited that someone special is making their way to you. The High Priestess confirms that your intuition has been correct. What I find really powerful about this card is that it represents secrets being revealed. The person from your past probably thought you would never know they went to get a reading about you. They probably thought this would be their little secret, their way of checking up on you without you knowing. But the High Priestess reveals all secrets. She brings hidden things to light, and somehow, some way, the energy of what they did and what they learned is making its way to you, so you can understand the full picture. The High Priestess is also associated with the moon, with cycles, with divine timing. She is telling me that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The person from your past going to get this reading was not random. It was part of the divine plan. It was meant to wake them up to what they lost. It was meant to show them that you are protected by forces they cannot see or understand. It was meant to demonstrate that karma is real and it is already at work. This card is also showing me that you have a spiritual team around you that is incredibly strong. Your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whatever you believe in, they are working overtime to clear your path and bring you what you have been asking for. The High Priestess represents that spiritual support system, and she is confirming that you are being divinely guided toward the love you deserve. I'm also getting from the High Priestess that you need to trust your intuition moving forward. When this new person starts to show up in your life, you are going to feel it before you see it. You are going to sense their energy before you meet them. You are going to know in your soul that something is shifting. Pay attention to those intuitive hits, those gut feelings, those moments of just knowing. The High Priestess is your confirmation that your intuition is your most powerful guide. What this card is also revealing is that the truth about this situation, about what this person did and how jealous they became, is going to be revealed to you if it has not been already. The High Priestess does not let deception stand. She illuminates what has been hidden. She exposes what people tried to keep secret. So if you have been feeling like something was going on behind the scenes, trust that feeling. The High Priestess confirms you are right. The presence of the High Priestess in this reading is also protection for you. It is the universe saying that no amount of jealousy, no amount of negative energy, no amount of interference from this person can stop what is meant for you. You are spiritually protected, you are divinely guided, you are being led towards something beautiful, and nothing can derail that. The fourth card here is Judgment, and this is where the karma aspect of everything becomes absolutely crystal clear. Judgment is one of the most powerful cards in tarot when it comes to karmic completion, spiritual awakening, and people receiving exactly what they have earned through their actions. This card does not show up by accident. It shows up when the universe is making a definitive statement about justice and consequences. When judgment appears in a reading about someone who wronged you, it is confirmation that they are being called to account for everything they did or did not do. This is not about revenge. This is not about you wishing bad things on them. This is simply the universe doing what it does, which is maintaining balance and ensuring that everyone receives the energy they have put out into the world. The Judgment card is showing me that this person is in a period of deep reckoning right now. That reading they got about you was not just information, it was a wake-up call. It was the universe holding up a mirror and forcing them to see what they lost, what they destroyed, what they took for granted. It was their moment of realization that actions have consequences and you cannot treat people poorly and expect to escape unscathed. I am seeing that the judgment energy is bringing them face to face with all their choices. Every time they were dishonest, every time they were selfish, every time they prioritized themselves over the relationship, every time they made you feel small or unimportant, all of it is coming back now for review. And they have to sit with the weight of knowing that they had something real and they ruined it through their own behavior. What makes judgment so powerful in this context is that it represents a point of no return. This person cannot undo what has been done. They cannot go back and make different choices. They cannot rewrite history or fix what they broke. The Judgment card is the universe saying, this chapter is complete, the verdict is in, and now you must live with the outcome of your decisions. The timing of this card is also significant. Judgment often appears when someone is being forced to face truth they have been avoiding. This person probably spent time after your separation telling themselves stories about what happened. Maybe they blamed you, maybe they minimized their own role in things falling apart, maybe they convinced themselves they made the right choice by letting you go. But that reading about your future shattered all those comfortable lies they were telling themselves. Now they have to face the reality that they were wrong. They have to acknowledge that you were the one worth keeping and they fumbled it. They have to accept that someone else is going to get the version of you they never appreciated. Judgment is that moment of absolute clarity where you can no longer hide from what you have done, and it is happening to them right now. The Judgment card is also showing me that this is not just about you and this person. This is about their entire pattern of behavior being brought to light. If they treated you poorly, they have probably treated others poorly too. If they were unable to commit to you, they are probably unable to commit to anyone. If they were selfish in your relationship, they are probably selfish in all their relationships. Judgment is exposing their patterns, their character flaws, their consistent choices that hurt people. What I love about Judgment appearing in this spread is that it confirms you are completely cleared of this situation karmically. You did your part, you loved them, you showed up, you tried. And now the universe is releasing you from any energetic ties to this person, while simultaneously ensuring they understand exactly what they lost. You get to move forward free and clear while they sit in the consequences of their choices. The Judgment card is also about spiritual evolution and growth. For you, this represents a completion of a major life lesson. You learned what you needed to learn from this connection, you evolved through the pain of it ending, you emerged stronger and clearer about what you want and deserve. You are ready for your next chapter because you have fully processed and released this one. For them, Judgment is offering an opportunity for growth as well, but it is going to be painful growth. They are being forced to look at themselves honestly, to acknowledge their failings, to understand how their behavior impacts others. Whether they choose to learn from this or stay stuck in their patterns is up to them, but the lesson has been presented clearly. I am also getting from this card that there is a spiritual finality to this situation. Whatever small part of you might have wondered if you two would reconnect, whatever tiny hope they might have been holding on to, Judgment is severing those threads. This is done. This is complete. The universe is closing this door firmly so that the new door can open fully for you. The Judgment card is telling me that they are going to continue to hear about your happiness, your success, your new love as it develops. And each time they hear something good happening for you, it is going to be another reminder of what they lost. Each time they see you thriving, it is going to reinforce the judgment that has been passed. They chose to walk away, or they chose to treat you in a way that made you walk away, and now they get to watch you flourish without them. This is not about being cruel or wanting them to suffer. This is just how energy works. This is how karma operates. This is how the universe maintains balance. Judgment ensures that people who hurt others, especially people who hurt good-hearted, genuine people like you, Pisces, eventually have to face what they have done and live with those consequences. The fifth card that comes through is strength. And this is all about you, Pisces. This is about who you have become through everything you have been through. This is about the incredible resilience, courage, and inner power you have developed. The strength card is not about physical strength or force. It is about the quiet, steady, unshakable power that comes from healing yourself, knowing yourself, and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. When strength appears in a reading like this, it is the universe acknowledging everything you have overcome. You did not let what happened with this person break you. You did not let their treatment of you define your worth. You did not let the pain of that ending make you bitter or closed off to love. Instead, you did the hard work of healing. You faced your wounds, you processed your emotions, you learned your lessons, and you kept your heart open despite being hurt. The Strength card shows a figure gently taming a lion, and that is exactly what you have done. You have tamed the wild, painful emotions that come with betrayal or disappointment or heartbreak. You have learned to work with your emotions rather than being consumed by them. You have found the balance between protecting yourself and remaining open. You have developed the wisdom to know the difference between healthy vulnerability and allowing yourself to be mistreated. What I am seeing with this Strength card is that you have grown so much through this experience. The person you are now is not the same person who was in that relationship or situation. You have evolved, you have matured, you have become clearer about your boundaries and your non-negotiables. You know what you will and will not accept. You understand your value in a way you did not before. This card is also showing me that your strength is intimidating to the person from your past. When they think about you now, when they heard about you in that reading, what came through was not someone broken or defeated. What came through was someone powerful, someone whole, someone who has done the inner work. And that reality is part of what makes them so jealous and upset. They expected you to be diminished by their absence, but instead you were strengthened by it. The Strength card represents emotional maturity and self-control. It is showing me that you are not going to react to this person if they try to reach out or create drama. You are not going to engage with their chaos or let them pull you back into old patterns. You have the strength now to maintain your boundaries, to keep your peace protected, to stay focused on your own path regardless of what they do or say. I am also seeing that your strength is what is attracting this new love into your life. The Knight of Pentacles we talked about earlier, that solid, stable person who is coming, they are being drawn to your energy because you are no longer coming from a place of neediness or desperation. You are complete within yourself. You know you are worthy of real love and you are not willing to accept anything less. That energy is magnetic. The Strength card is also about patience and trust. You have been patient with yourself during the healing process. You have not rushed into new relationships just to avoid being alone. You have trusted that the right person would come at the right time. And that patience and trust is about to pay off in a major way. The universe rewards people who do the inner work and wait for what is truly meant for them. What I find really beautiful about Strength appearing in this reading is that it confirms you are ready for healthy love now. You have done the healing that needed to be done. You have learned the lessons that needed to be learned. You have developed the self-awareness and self-respect that are necessary for a truly fulfilling partnership. The new person coming in is not going to have to deal with you being stuck in past pain or unable to trust. They are going to meet the healed, whole, powerful version of you. The Strength card is also telling me that you have learned to love yourself in a way you did not before. You have learned to speak kindly to yourself, to honor your needs, to celebrate your worth. That self-love is the foundation that everything else is being built on now. That self-love is what ensures that you will never again accept treatment that is less than what you deserve. I am getting that this strength energy is also protective. You have developed the ability to see red flags earlier, to trust your intuition about people, to walk away from situations that are not serving you. You are not going to repeat the same patterns or make the same mistakes. You have learned, you have grown, and you are operating from a much wiser, stronger place now. The person who got that reading about you picked up on this strength energy, and it probably terrified them. Because strong people cannot be manipulated. Strong people cannot be controlled. Strong people know their worth and refuse to settle. If they were hoping you were still vulnerable or still accessible to their games, the Strength card told them otherwise. You are beyond their reach now, and that is their loss to process. The final card that comes through is Wheel of Fortune. And this is such a perfect card to complete this reading because it represents destiny, cycles completing, and life moving in your favor after a difficult period. The Wheel of Fortune is one of the most powerful cards for indicating that things are about to change dramatically. And when it appears in a love reading like this, it is confirmation that your luck is turning, your season is changing, and everything is about to get so much better. The Wheel of Fortune operates on the principle that life moves in cycles. There are times of challenge and times of ease, times of loss and times of gain, times of struggle and times of flow. You have been in a challenging cycle for a while now, dealing with the aftermath of this situation, healing from what happened, rebuilding yourself. But the wheel is turning, and you are moving into a completely new cycle of abundance, love, and positive experiences. What I love about this card showing up here is that it is the universe basically saying, your time has come. You have paid your dues, you have done your healing work, you have learned your lessons, and now you get to receive the rewards. The Wheel of Fortune brings gifts, blessings, and opportunities that you did not even know were possible. It brings change that is exciting rather than scary, transformation that feels like coming home rather than being uprooted. In the context of this new love coming in, the Wheel of Fortune is showing me that this is fated. This is meant to be. This is part of your destiny. You and this Knight of Pentacles person are being brought together by forces larger than either of you. This is not random chance. This is not just luck. This is divine orchestration. The universe is actively conspiring to bring you together because this connection is part of both of your life paths. The Wheel of Fortune is also showing me perfect timing. Everything that has happened up until this point, including the painful ending with the person from your past, has been preparing you for this next chapter. If you had met this new person before you did your healing work, before you learned to value yourself, before you developed the strength we just talked about, it would not have worked the same way. But now the timing is perfect. Now you are ready. Now they are ready. Now the circumstances are aligned for something beautiful to develop. This card is also about karma coming full circle, which ties in perfectly with everything else in this reading. The person who wronged you is experiencing the difficult side of the wheel, facing consequences and regret and jealousy. Meanwhile, you are experiencing the fortunate side of the wheel, receiving blessings and new love and positive opportunities. The same force that is bringing you up is bringing them down to face what they created. That is how the Wheel of Fortune works. It is always turning, always balancing, always ensuring that everyone ends up where they are supposed to be based on their choices and energy. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that this new relationship is going to unfold in ways that feel almost magical. There are going to be synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, moments where you both feel like this was always meant to happen. You might find that you have been in similar places at similar times without meeting until now. You might discover connections between your lives that feel too perfect to be random. The wheel brings that sense of destiny and fate. I am also seeing that the Wheel of Fortune is bringing a complete turnaround in how you experience love and relationships. Everything that was difficult before is going to be easy now. Everything that felt like struggle before is going to feel like flow now. Where you used to have confusion, you will have clarity. Where you used to have inconsistency, you will have reliability. Where you used to question and doubt, you will feel secure and confident. The wheel is turning everything around in your favor. What is really powerful about the Wheel of Fortune appearing at the end of this reading is that it is confirmation that the universe sees you, the universe hears you, and the universe is actively working on your behalf. All those prayers you sent up, all those moments you asked for something better, all those times you hoped for real love, they were heard. And now the wheel is turning to deliver on those hopes and prayers. The Wheel of Fortune is also telling me that this new chapter is going to bring more than just romantic love. It is going to bring a general upswing in your life. You might find that opportunities start appearing in other areas too. Your career might take a positive turn, your finances might improve, your friendships might deepen, your creative projects might take off. When the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor, it tends to bring blessings across multiple areas of life. For the person who got that reading about you, the Wheel of Fortune is their worst nightmare realized. They are seeing that the wheel has turned against them. They had their chance with you when the wheel was in their favor, and they squandered it. Now the wheel has moved on, and they are being left behind to deal with the consequences while you move forward into blessings they will never be part of. That is the ultimate karma, and the Wheel of Fortune confirms it is already in motion. So Pisces, when I look at these 6 cards together, what I see is such a complete and powerful story. Someone from your past was so consumed with curiosity or jealousy or inability to let go that they actually paid someone to look into your future. And what they discovered in that reading absolutely destroyed any peace they might have had. They found out that you are not sitting around pining for them, you are not stuck in the past, you are not diminished by their absence. Instead, you are thriving, you have grown stronger, and genuine love is on its way to you. The cards showed them that a grounded, reliable, committed person is entering your life. They showed them the chaos and conflict they are experiencing internally because of this knowledge. They revealed spiritual truths that could not be denied or dismissed. They confirmed that karmic justice is real and already at work. They demonstrated the incredible strength and resilience you have developed. And they proved that destiny is turning in your favor in major ways. That person walked into that reading probably hoping for closure or validation or information that would make them feel better. Instead, they walked out jealous, furious, and forced to confront the reality of what they lost and what you are gaining. That is karma in its purest form. That is the universe showing someone exactly what they need to see, even when it is the last thing they want to know. For you, this reading is confirmation that everything is working out exactly as it should. You are protected, you are guided, you are valued by the universe in ways that person could never comprehend. The love that is coming to you is going to heal any remaining wounds from the past. It is going to show you what you deserve. It is going to prove that waiting for the right person was worth it. My advice to you moving forward is to stay open and trust the process. When this new person starts showing up in your life, do not let fear or past pain make you close yourself off. You have done the healing work. You have the strength to handle whatever comes, and the Wheel of Fortune is turning everything in your favor. Trust your intuition, which is incredibly powerful right now, as shown by the High Priestess. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are going to appear. Also, maintain your boundaries with the person from your past. The 5 of Wands showed that they are in chaos and might try to create drama or interference. Do not engage. Do not let their jealousy become your problem. You have moved beyond that chapter, and judgment has already sealed that door. Your focus needs to stay on your own healing, your own growth, and the beautiful new beginning that is unfolding. Remember that the Knight of Pentacles represents someone who is going to show up consistently and prove themselves through actions over time. Do not rush anything. Do not force anything. Just let it develop naturally. The Wheel of Fortune has already set everything in motion. All you need to do is remain open and receptive to what the universe is bringing to you. The person who went to get that reading is going to continue dealing with their own karmic lessons. They are going to watch you flourish from a distance and have to sit with what they lost. That is their journey to navigate, not yours to manage. You have been released from any responsibility for their feelings or their growth. Your only responsibility now is to yourself and to being ready to receive the love you have always deserved. I am genuinely excited for you, Pisces. Everything these cards are showing tells me that something really special is about to unfold in your life. You have earned this through your resilience, your healing work, your refusal to become bitter, and your commitment to remaining open to love despite being hurt. The universe sees all of that, and you are being rewarded accordingly. Trust that everything happened exactly as it needed to for you to be ready for what is coming next. Trust that the person approaching is worth the wait. Trust that your intuition will guide you perfectly. And trust that karma is handling everything that needs to be handled with the people who did not treat you right. This is your time, Pisces. The wheel has turned in your favor, and beautiful things are coming.